at the camper, and here are the bees going in and out under there. So it looks like we're going to probably have to take some of that skin off. I don't know the easiest way to do that. They're definitely under the skin. Great. Yeah, this is going to be pretty involved. Drilling a bunch of rivets out maybe, instead of having to cut that aluminum. And that's going to be about the only way to do it without tearing everything up. Is just disassemble it by drilling the rivets out. No inkling of how big that colony is. I wouldn't expect it would be too big. There's not a whole lot of space under there. Only one entrance in and out. And hopefully they're not going up in here. But we won't know until we start tearing it out. I think they're probably just under there. They don't seem too aggressive so far. They're just in and out, working. Lots of workers. Alright, on site for another removal. This one, they are in the bottom of this 1964 or 65 Airstream under that stuff right there. So we're going to have to do some disassembly here. First thing I got to do is drill out all these rivets on this piece of trim flashing so that I can get to the seam on that piece of aluminum that's on the bottom side. But I got to drill them all the way around, because that's just one solid piece, so it's got to come off in one piece all the way to back over here, and then we can go from there. Alright, let's see if they will cooperate and not attack me while drilling out these rivets. And of course the rivets are going to want to fight. Got to get the heads busted loose. There we go, that one came off pretty easy. So far, so good. Cooperating nicely. So far they're not freaking out. That's a good sign. And of course that could change at any instant. They could decide they don't like the vibrations or my breath. Let's see, I don't know if I'm going to have room to get between the propane tanks. Might have to pull the propane tanks loose. Let's see. I may have room. Let me see. rivets up front are already loose from the rest of the assembly here. I'm not exactly sure yet what's going on with that. Like that one right there, it's not biting onto nothing. I still want to pull that head off. I am able to get to all of them. All right. Much less of a fight than I was anticipating there. Got all of the rivets loose. Now let's see if this thing is going to cooperate and come apart for us without a bunch of a hassle or fight. We'll start over here. Started with a screwdriver. I don't have a whole lot of room to work. Oh, there we go. There we go. And we just got to pop it loose from all the studs that are still sticking out. And they're still not really even acknowledging my presence yet, so that's a good sign. All right. Trim band is loose. Now what do we got? So we got some more rivets that hold the bottom piece. All right. What do we got over here? Okay, and rivets on the bottom. Oh man. Okay. We got one little screw right here we need to get out, I think. And then most of these rivets are actually already kind of busted loose. And I'm hoping once I get this quarter piece off here, I think it's just like a quarter round, makes a 90 degree, and then it's cut, and then it goes to the front piece, and then there's another cut, and then the other 90 degree. But once I get this out of the way, I'm hoping that the bottom will just kind of lift down so that we can do what we got to do. But I do need to pop some more rivets loose. It looks like, let me see here. Yeah, it looks like these guys are riveted together there. All right, whole bunch of fun. I'm gonna start on the bottom side. Hopefully I don't stir them up by pushing up on that bottom piece too much. Seems to be a little more activity going on. That one still had the center stud in it, so that was kind of a pain. Oh, yep. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put the suit on. Alright, I'll suit it up now. They were starting to get a little bit perturbed. Busted loose already. Okay. All right. Let's see, is that riveted or is that screwed in? That's screwed in. All right, that's the gas hose. Okay. May need to pull this jack out of the way to be able to get to what I got to get to here. Let's just see. If I need to pop that guy or not. I think I'm gonna have to. You know what? I think I'm going to switch to center drill for those big old things. Because they are sharper, stiffer, and get a little bit more control. Come on. Come back with a punch and make a divot. Oh, I didn't want to have to do that, so that's going to set them off, but we got to do what we got to do. Divot all of them. Let's see if that is going to be enough of a divot. should have us loose. Should have us loose. And we just got to get this to cooperate and come out of there. We need to get that little screw. Looks like probably a 1/4 inch. $8mm, 5/16. Hey, it's moving. Woohoo! All right, progress. I'm probably going to need a little flathead screwdriver. A very tight fit. Need to move the little light thing out of the way. more progress. I can foresee them getting much more perturbed as I progress here. More freaking, there's a rivet that was hiding under there. Hopefully we don't have a bunch of rivets hiding underneath this edge. It's going to keep us from getting this to come down. There is the colony. There's the bee colony. Now these girls aren't doing too well. Like they're pretty dry on resources here in the front. We'll see what they look like once we get a little farther in. We can get that bottom piece loose. I don't know if I can get in there just through this cavity, but we may end up having to try that. Let me finish getting this bottom piece loose here. Looks like this method is working without damaging anything, and that is the key. Besides being a vintage Airstream, this thing also has some Texas history behind it. It used to belong to the governor of Texas before Governor Ann Richards was in office. So we don't want to damage it. It's kind of important to history, for Texas history anyway. Oh, come on. You know what? That's probably going to have to suffice right there. And are they over into the next cell? Oh man, I hope not. That might be a problem. Light. They are. Damn it. Okay, yeah, that's a problem. I'm gonna have to pull all that loose too. So I wonder how much of this next section they have built out. It looks like where the majority of the colony is, and they've all but abandoned this section over here, and everybody's crammed in over on this other side. All right. Well, a whole bunch of fun. Look, I got more drilling to do. All right, I'm gonna save some battery and record time here and just go ahead and drill that out and get prepared to start prying it loose, and then I'll start the recording again. All right, that didn't take too long. Got those drilled out, like 6 or 8 of them under there. And now we're gonna try and pry this little guy out of the way. Hopefully that cooperates kind of like the first side did. So far it ain't moving. Why ain't you moving? Unless we got more rivets underneath that main skin. I hope not. Can't feel the edge of it. Where is it? You have to come off of there. Huh. I wonder if it continues up into where the rest of those rivets are, and that's why it ain't wanting to come loose. I don't know. Let me see what I can see. Oh man, that does go up there. Yep, sure enough. That's locked in by those rivets there. Okay. That makes this difficult. But maybe not necessarily. If we can get, hey, there we go. I can get the bottom of the skin to come loose and drop out, and then access everything from underneath. That'll work. That will work. I gotta pop that guy loose. All right. And I gotta pop these guys loose. How much of this can I get? Oh man, that's just a big, long sheet going all the way back to the back too, huh? Well, that's a whole bunch of fun. Alright, and there's wood there, or frame material here in the front anyway, so it's not going to do me any good to get that flashing loose. I just got to take the bottom loose. Alright, then. There's no way around it, it's got to come out. All of those, and then we've got some other bolts on the bottom that have to come loose. And hopefully they will. They're pretty rusty. Hopefully I don't have to drill them. Oh, like they are probably same size, maybe even 1/4 inch. Let me grab a quarter just in case. And of course not. This little guy is a 1/4. Those bolts are going to fight me. There's really 2 of them. Looks like I have to get out. Oh man, dropping change. See what fits here. Nope, not a 9mm. It's got to be 3/8. Come on. Oh, it's stuck in my dang socket. I need pliers. I don't know that these are going to cooperate like that one. There's just hardly anything left of the heads. Hey, that one broke loose. Woohoo! That one, there's just nothing left of. Oh well, it don't matter. The skin around the bottom of it was just gone anyway. Alright. Now, so far, they're still not really concerned with me. Well, that one is. What are you pissy about? Nobody else is pissy. nobody was concerned with me until I unzipped my veil, put my hat back on. Of course. Let's see. This loose. I'll just leave it there. That's all right. All right. Let's crawl under and see what all the fuss is about here. Turn the shiny shiner on. There we go. Oh wow. So yeah, this is a pretty big dang colony, and they have been here for a while. And there they be. Alright, at this point I'm basically stuck until Dr. Voss gets here with the bee vac and the hive and all the rest of the actual bee working tools. So, back to you shortly. Alright, Dr. Voss is here, the generator, the hive, vac, and all the fun tools to do a removal with. And just wanted to point out, looks like at some point there was another colony in here previously, and that is all this old comb. And it looks like they were probably poisoned or something like that happened. And this is to illustrate why poisoning is never a solution to a bee infestation. Yeah, you might get that colony, but all of this stuff is left behind, and there was a bunch of resources and honey and pollen and brood and all kinds of stuff that's tasty to other critters left behind in this comb. So there was an infestation of ants and roaches and whatever else could get in there and get to it. There's a roach right there. So, I mean, your only real solution to a bee infestation is a removal, because you got to get all this stuff out, or, I mean, it just attracts other stuff, and then eventually, when your pesticides go inert in 6 months to a year, another colony can just move right in. And they'll clean out that comb if they want to, if it's usable, or they'll just cut it out and build new, just like these girls did. So again, just to illustrate the point, poisoning bees does not work. It's not a long-term solution. It might be a short-term solution, but it's gonna just, you know, add to your problems. You end up with more stuff you got to clean out. So yeah, but I'm about to start vacuuming some bees up, and I'm about to get all this old crap out of the way so I've got some more room to work, and then we'll start cutting comb. I don't know how much of this I can get at such low angle, but we shall see. All right, there's just been no room up under here to get video, but we're almost done already. I'm down to my last 3 or 4 pieces of comb, still running into brood. A little bit more honey and pollen resources and whatnot. Much more pollen in there. But yeah, it was all the way across. See, all this is where I've already scraped. And I've been kind of cutting and pulling comb, and then scraping so that I don't have so much to scrape at one time. But I scrape all of this stuff loose off of the plywood, so there's just that much less for robbers to come in and have to clean up. I did find the queen already and got her in a clip, so that right there, that's a successful removal, because they don't have enough young brood, young enough larvae in the brood comb that's left to draw out a new queen. They'd have no choice but to go with us in the hive. So yep, another successful removal. Even though it's not even completed yet, it's completed. We got her in a clip. So I'm going to vac up the rest of these bees and finish cutting this comb out, and that's it. We're done with the removal portion of this job. Yeehaw. Alright, all the comb is removed, and the mass majority of the bees under there are removed and backed up, and this is the last little cluster that had congregated back over here on the other side, kind of close to the entrance.
Well, I can't see.
Here. Yeah.
Can we get it with the other hand?
Yeah. They're all running crazy, nutsy cuckoo. All right. And that is that. Another successful removal.